Hello, everyone, and welcome to Module 1 of our video lesson 4 on assessment, making learning visible. I'm Vanusa Palacio, and it's a great pleasure to have you all back here. In this first module, we'll talk about what we mean by making learning visible. Well, the visible aspect refers first to making student learning visible to teachers, ensuring clear identification of the attributes that make a visible difference to student learning, and all in the school visibly knowing the impacts that they have on the learning in the school. The visible aspect also refers to making teaching visible to the students, such that they learn to become their own teachers, which is the core attributes of lifelong learning or self-regulation and of the love of learning that we so want our students to value. The learning aspect refers to how we go about knowing and understanding and then doing something about student learning. A common theme throughout this video lesson is the need to retain learning at the forefront and to consider teaching primarily in terms of its impact on student learning. So, in a nutshell, what do we mean by making learning visible? We need to consider these two aspects. Making learning visible to students. So students have to sense and feel they are making progress and achieving their goals. And secondly, making teaching visible to students. Students have to see how they learn and start understanding the process of their own learning so that they can self-regulate and teach themselves in the future. Okay? So, we also need to consider the role of the teacher in this process. When teaching and learning are visible, there is a greater likelihood of students reaching higher levels of achievement. To make teaching and learning visible requires an accomplished teacher as evaluator and activator, who knows a range of learning strategies to build the student's surface knowledge, deep knowledge and understanding, and conceptual understanding. The teacher needs to provide direction and redirection in terms of the content being understood and thus make the most of the power of feedback. The teacher also needs to have the skill to get out of the way when learning is taking place and the student is making progress towards meeting the criteria against which successful learning will be judged. Visible teaching and learning also requires a commitment to seeking further challenges for the teacher and for the students. And herein lies a major link between challenge and feedback, two of the essential ingredients of learning. The greater the challenge, the higher the probability that one seeks and needs feedback. And the more important it is that there is a teacher to ensure that the learner is on the right path to successfully meet the challenge. Well, this is the end of Module 1. In our next module, we'll be talking about a way of making learning visible, which is through assessment and feedback. So see you. Bye.